Hello and welcome to today's broadcast. We are going live on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. I'm just waiting for Facebook to kick in. Today we are going to be talking about the timing for starting something like intermittent fasting, and is now a good time to start practicing a new lifestyle in order to maybe take better control of your health, or maybe to help you plan for your future. So welcome if you're joining us new for the first time. I always ask that you please hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you'll be notified when we do go live or upload this as a rebroadcast. And I always ask the same thing of you on Facebook as well. Please hit that like button and then make sure you're set up for all notifications on Facebook so you will be notified when we go live or upload new content. So my name is Diane. I am the creator of the online course Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman, and this community that you are joining us at here. We practice intermittent fasting as a means to really heal our bodies from the inside out and to create our most authentic life. So today I want to discuss the timing of incorporating a new lifestyle, and is now a good time to practice intermittent fasting. And I want to ask, if you are in my graduates community and you have taken my Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course, do you wish you would have started sooner? So once you graduated from the course, do you wish that you would have created this lifestyle sooner for yourself? And if you do feel that way, please leave me a comment in the comment section. I'm going to go through and read some of those when we get done with today's discussion. I always say, and I always feel, that there's no better time than the present to start incorporating some lifestyle changes to ensure that you have the opportunity to wake up every day looking and feeling your best and living your most authentic life. And one of the best ways for us to create that lifestyle for ourselves, especially as aging women or women who are going through hormonal changes that they're not happy with, intermittent fasting has been proving to be the thing that really does allow us to look and feel our best and really create a lifestyle where we can move about our day with the energy that we want, the confidence that we desire to have, and be able to reverse some of those age-related diseases that are just weighing us down. So why would we wait to make all of those things happen? And so I want to just kind of outline a couple of the kind of hidden benefits of intermittent fasting. I know if you're searching for answers, intermittent fasting tends to come up as one of those lifestyles that we use to diet down, lose body fat, maybe change our physique. I know when I was first searching for information about intermittent fasting, the only information that was available at that time was, using it as a means of dieting down and like chiseling out as in the realm of like physique modeling, bodybuilding, or it was used to really more of a medical type of means, and it wasn't an everyday lifestyle that a lot of people were practicing. But what I can tell you from my own personal experience, and what I really teach in my Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course, is that we can use it as a means to simplify our lives. So we all know things are just wacko crazy right now in the world, with not knowing what tomorrow is going to be like, with a lot of us having to restructure and pivot the way we live our lives. A lot of us are going through career changes, or maybe we're having to reestablish new means of finding sources of income because our companies are going under, whatever it is, or just even what we anticipate coming up in the next few months with what we went through in the spring with shortages of food and not sure if we should go to the grocery store, and the social things that we are doing. And how can intermittent fasting be a solution for a lot of those things if we start now? And so what I want to share with you is how simple life can be with intermittent fasting. So first and foremost, the majority of your time during the day is spent doing a whole lot of nothing. Like, you don't have to prepare a bunch of food. You don't have to meal prep. You don't have to, have meals ready every couple of hours. You can literally go 2/3, or I guess it would be more like 3/4 of your day with doing nothing, like just enjoying some water, maybe having a cup of coffee, and not chasing down your next meal. So grocery shopping in and of itself becomes really simplified because you don't eat as much, because you are thriving in that fasted state and you're allowing your body to utilize the stuff you've eaten over time in the past to fuel your body and nourish your body in a fasted state. So grocery shopping, meal prepping, food expenditure just becomes so simple. You eliminate all those little extras that we think we need because we feel like, or we've been conditioned to eat consistently throughout our day. We know scientifically now that that has not served us well, especially if you are entering into this midlife state or these hormonal changes and you're not thriving there. It is simply because we are feeding our bodies too frequently and we don't allow our body to have a time to rest and just utilize what we already have in storage. So grocery shopping becomes simple. You will save money because you will realize that your body can really function on its own. You will realize that you don't need things to get you started in the day. You don't need things to bring you down at night. You don't need things during the day to satisfy cravings. You don't need things during the day to satisfy boredom. You will thrive in that energized sense of calm. So the money that you spend on grocery shopping, or what I like to call sometimes the quick fix elixirs, you won't need those anymore, so you can actually save yourself some money. During these times of uncertainty and where a lot of us are having to pull back on some things, intermittent fasting can be the perfect opportunity for us right now to be able to save some money on just simple grocery shopping things. And inside the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course, I teach you how to really simplify that aspect of your life as well. We also know that there's a lot of uncertainty with just what we need to do with our immune system. And so again, scientifically, it's been proven. We have plenty of stories here and testimonials here from the women who have taken our course in the past, who will share with you how amazing their health is now and how powerful it is for us, especially as women, to take control of that. You can do your own research on a lot of what's being speculated as, as risk factors for, certain things that are going on in our environment today. Why would we not want to prime our immune system and make sure that we are as healthy as possible now and beyond, right? And the best way to do that is to allow our body the opportunity, like I said, in a fasted state, to rest and recover. And that is exactly what we're doing here in this community with intermittent fasting, is we give ourselves an opportunity to just rest and recover. And when you're in a fasted state and when you've had time and consistency with this lifestyle and have had the opportunity to reverse how your body utilizes what you put in it, and when you have an opportunity to change your own body chemistry, your body will have the opportunity to heal itself. How do you know when that's happening? When you're healing. And I put a post up today on my Facebook page and on my Instagram page as well about all of the amazing healing benefits that intermittent fasting can do beyond the aesthetics. And it really does allow us an opportunity to reestablish the relationship that we have with ourselves, and how it is we are so conditioned to use food for a means of self-soothing or quieting down stress or trying to distract things in our lives that we should really be paying attention to, and how when you're comfortable in the state of hungry and when you feel confident in that emptiness of what intermittent fasting can do for us, it really does allow an opportunity for us to heal on all levels. And that is where confidence is built, and that is where we can really learn to step into our lives and take control of things that maybe we didn't have the confidence to do before. So I know things seem really uncertain right now, but the best thing that we can do when we are unsure of what's going to happen to us in the future is be proactive. And the best way, or the best place to start being proactive, is in taking care of ourselves and making sure that we know what we can do for ourselves, so that in the least we're healthy, in the least we're energized, in the least we have the opportunity to predict how our tomorrows are going to be, because we are making very conscious choices and making a very proactive effort to take care of ourselves first. So intermittent fasting is always appropriate to start, but I think even now we need to think of it as the best time to incorporate something like intermittent fasting. Yes, it's going to save you money. Yes, it's going to simplify your life. Yes, you're going to feel better. Yes, you will lose weight. Yes, you will be more confident. Yes, you will improve your immune system as well. And why would we not want to step into this next season of life having all of those things in our possession because we created them for ourselves? So it should not be looked at as a quick fix. It should not be looked at as a diet type of mentality. It should not be looked at as something you're going to jump into and then kind of jump out of once you reach your results. Intermittent fasting should really be thought of as a lifestyle that you can utilize for today and all of your tomorrows, because you'll start to reap all of the benefits and realize how simple it is and how economical it can be for you once you really get your established routine down with time and consistency. So I know everyone's feeling a little unsure about, jumping into something new or creating some change for themselves when there is so much uncertainty in the world. But I can tell you from my own personal experience and from the women who have graduated from our course, the only regret that is ever made about intermittent fasting is that we've spent too much time researching and we haven't spent time actually implementing. So if you're one of those people who's in research mode and you've been watching by the sidelines for quite some time, I highly recommend just taking a leap of faith and jumping all in with us when we start our course in August. I promise you, you will not regret it, and that going all in with us through the opportunity of taking the course will really help you just narrow down the specifics of what you need to do to create this lifestyle for yourself, and will give you the tools and the confidence to continue on with this lifestyle once we are done with class. So please don't hang on the fence too long. I trust me when I say that the biggest regret women have after they graduate from this course is that they watched too long and they didn't just trust their gut and jump in. And I think now is the perfect time to just trust your gut and jump in. You'll have the support of the community that we have here, and you'll have the support of the other women going through the class with you. And I am in class with you as well. I am not one of those online coach instructors who is going to jump ship on you as soon as you jump in with me and register for our course. I am with you through the entire three-week process and beyond when we come together for these community chats as well. So I promise you, you will be taken care of once you're in the class, and I will be there to help you make some informed decisions for yourself and answer any questions that you have. So now is the right time to jump in, and we are open for registration, so I'd love to have you guys. My midlife mindset shift course students have been doing this for a very long time. We are in the second phase or process of this, so they can attest to the fact that sticking with this as a lifestyle and creating this change is the best approach that we can take for women, especially today as we're going through so many changes. The one constant thing that we can hold on to and really lean into is the opportunity that we have to make informed decisions for ourselves and the opportunity that we have to take care of ourselves. And once we make those decisions and we live that out proudly, then everything else in life just seems to become more simplified as well. So I'm going to go through and answer any questions or comments that you guys have. I've been getting so many DMs and so many emails with questions about the course. Everything can be found on our website at fortodaysagingwoman.com and in the comment section here as well. And always feel free to reach out to me. I will do my best to answer any questions that I have. But the best advice I can give you is just jump in. You have to experience this for yourself to get the true benefits of it. I can sit here and talk all day, but until you actually incorporate these things for yourself based on how authentic you want to live your life, you won't be able to really realize how amazing this can be for you beyond just the advertised aspects of fasting, which is weight loss and all those kind of things. There's so many other great benefits that you won't realize until you jump in with your own 2 feet. So I really encourage you to try to do that with us in August. Robin, hello girlfriend. I wish I had started about 7 years ago, right? I didn't even know about intermittent fasting beyond what I saw that wasn't very attractive at the time about 4 or 5 years ago. when it was really like portrayed as a starve all day, gorge during your feasting window, and you can have a physique like this. And I was really, really turned off by all of that. And so I regret not jumping in sooner too. I didn't realize how amazing all of the benefits of it were. So yeah, we don't want to have any regrets. You want to jump in for sure as soon as you can. Jody, absolutely wish I would have started sooner, plus all the mindset shift information too. Yeah, for sure. And you know, it is one of those things that it seems, you know, it seems so extreme if you're looking at it from like the mindset of there's no possible way it will work for me. And so what I really hope that we present here in this community and these discussions that we have is that it is different from what we were taught, but it is super simple to implement once you have the base of information of why it's so important for us as women to practice intermittent fasting. And once you understand the really basic chemistry aspects of it and the hormonal benefits of it, it just makes sense. And when things make sense, it's really easy for us to make those decisions to live it out. So Jody, you're doing great work. So I'm super glad you finally jumped in with us as well. And then April, yes, definitely. Whenever I heard others mention they were fasting until whenever, it sounded like such a bad thing based on what we were all taught. It makes life easier and the healing benefits are so abundant. Yes, and the healing benefits will continue to get better with time and consistency for sure. And then Teresa, so glad I jumped into the course when I did. She's a 2018 grad, so she didn't waste too much time jumping in with us at all, and she's made some amazing strides with her health as well and her lifestyle, so that is awesome to hear. Lori, good to have you with us. Naomi, good evening. Naomi, where is she calling in from? Is she saying good evening? Lori, absolutely, like 20 years ago, right? Like imagine if we as young women knew about the benefits of intermittent fasting 20 years ago. Like, oh man, that would have been awesome. So we have to do our work, ladies, to make sure that we share all of these benefits and we model this lifestyle well, so the young women who are watching us, who are coming up behind us, can have the opportunity to experience all these amazing benefits so much sooner than we did. So I know in our house, we encourage our kids to really experiment with what they're doing with their nutrition and the lifestyle choices that they make. And they love fasting. It's not anything that we force on them. They're just not afraid to put themselves in a fasted state. And I think that that's very empowering for our young community as well. Brenda, it's always a good time for IF, July, August 2019 grad. This lifestyle is so maintainable. Not sure about taking the mindset shift course. You won't regret it. Yeah, for sure. Take the mindset shift course when it opens back up in December. Brenda, you will love it. Lori, I love fasting 22 to 23 hours a day since March 2020. Lost 33 pounds. Girlfriend, I think every time you come on here, you share with us how much weight you have lost. And I love that because you're losing the weight because you're healing your body. You're not following any kind of diet plan. And that is so encouraging for so many of us. I feel so good at 66, March 2020 grad, current mindset class student. I don't know what that YouTube handle is, but I'll read your comment. Hi, Diane. I did take your course a year or so ago and had much success. I'm going through menopause and finding it harder for the weight to come off with IF. Do you have a class for women in menopause? My class is for women in menopause, so I would recommend going back through your coursework and go through the lessons again and just see if you can give yourself a little bit of a refresher about, you know, the amount of time that you need to fast, how clean you're fasting to kind of get your body to go into that reset point again, and then thinking about the food that you're choosing to implement in your feasting window. And then I would recommend joining our mindset shift course in December if you can. That's where we do some work on just considering different ways that we're managing our day in our life, so you might benefit from that at this point as well. And then Susie, September 2017 grad. She didn't wait too long to jump in with us either. Even at June 2020 IF grad and final week of F3 20-hour fast and feeling my best. Awesome, girlfriend. Share with us one little aha moment you got from taking the F3 class. I would love to hear it from you. Teresa, I like to dummy down grocery shopping. Just buy lots of good fats and moderate protein. No recipes to really follow. Yeah, that's how I live my life too. Like, I don't like to have to wait for someone to present to me a way that I need to put my food together to make it work for me. So I don't really believe in recipes or recipe books. I think using pictures and like recipe descriptions as a means to create something for you to inspire you to make some food for yourself in a different way. But recipes and waiting for someone else to tell us how to eat is really something that we've conveniently used as an excuse for not knowing how to feed ourselves, and it's really not the reason, because we have plenty of food available. You just got to be willing to experiment, find your favorite foods and mix and match them, and toss them up and create some of your own favorite feasts for you and your family, for sure. Mona Lisa, April 2020 grad, fasting 20 hours, currently in the midlife mindset shift course. Yes, you are, girlfriend. Hopefully your studying is going well. Val, I've been doing some 16-8, but I need more information about what to eat in my feasting window. I have noticed I feel better. Yeah, for sure. Even 16-hour fasting, if you haven't been fasting at all, will help you feel better. I would recommend, if you're not feeling and seeing the results that you're hoping for, I would recommend extending your fasting a little bit, and then the food part generally takes care of itself. Joan, 2020 grad, I've been clean fasting since you've been in the course. Lots of non-scale victories, but the weight loss hasn't kicked in yet. I'm 57, want to lose 40 pounds, and I think I have lots of healing to do hormonally. Yeah, it takes time to heal ourselves hormonally. So you have just been doing this now for a month or so. If you think about that, you didn't really start kicking it in until like close to the end of the course, because you were practicing in the beginning. You've really only been doing this for a month. So if you're feeling better, that's the sign that you're looking for, and noticing those non-scale victories are signs that your body is sending you, letting you know things are working, and the weight is always the last thing to come off. Your body is busy. It's busy fixing things. It's busy balancing itself out. And when you get to the point where your body's ready to spend some energy to lose weight, it will come off, trust me. So just be patient and stay the course for sure. Deanna, yes, I'm a why. Yes, I'm a why how gal, I think. So it really helped me to learn the definitions of whys behind the course in the August 2019 class. Yes, we have to understand the why in order to really own the decisions that we're making. And oftentimes we jump into things without considering the why we're doing it. And then when we get bored or life happens or we get frustrated, it's easy for us to jump off of what we've invested in. So it is really important for me to teach all of you the whys of what we're doing, and make sure that it is something that is personal to us, because life is going to happen, and yes, you're going to get bored, and yes, you're going to get derailed. And if your why is deep enough and your understanding of what you're doing is deep enough, that will be enough to keep you on track. So I'm glad that you've made that connection for sure, Deanna. And then Ranjini, I think it is, I am stuck at losing 10 pounds, need to lose 15 pounds, but being Indian vegetarian is so limiting. I don't know what it is that you're doing in your nutrition window that being Indian and vegetarian is limiting. I eat mostly plants. I'm not a vegetarian per se, but I just think that whatever food choices that you're making, you might need to reevaluate them or extend your fasting window and see if you can switch some things up to tweak a change in your body. So I would say it's just something in your feasting window that's holding you back for sure. Naomi, August 2020 grad, Nova Scotia, Canada. Tiffany, this channel has changed my life. Today is Metabolic Wednesday. I'm doing a 36-hour fast. Good for you, Tiffany. I went out for a run this morning, and I have been really keeping everything tight this week because I've been modeling what I'm doing. I wouldn't say tight. It's pretty consistent to what I'm usually doing, but I'm doing things very specifically to model how it is that you can be metabolically flexible, and you can jump in and out of ketosis, and you can dirty up your fast and get a good workout and all of those things, and really show how you can eat normal everyday food and still maintain the health benefits of what we're doing here. So I shared all of that today on my Instagram stories. If you guys are interested in how I feast and the things that I do in my everyday life, you got to make sure you're following me on Instagram. I share all that in my stories. But congratulations, Tiffany. I'm super excited for you. Brenda, I am in menopause also. I hit a stall and got honest about my feasting window, and once I adjusted, the weight started coming off again. Yeah, oftentimes we're fooling ourselves and we think we're doing the right things, and your body will always tell you whether you are or not. So if you're not happy with what your body's doing, you do sometimes have to just stop and pause and reflect on the decisions that you're making and be really honest with yourself. I share a lot here with the beautiful things that my husband says to me so lovingly, and that aha moment I had when he told me, hey, you're a couple bags of chips away from having your dream body. And I thought because I was eating potato chips with avocado oil and they were the healthier version of potato chips, that it was the answer to all of my problems, and it wasn't, right? Potato chips are extra, and if you're going to eat potato chips and you're wanting to lose that last little bit, the potato chips are going to keep you in that frustrated state. So oftentimes we have to go back and just be honest with ourselves and reevaluate what we're doing for sure. So I'm glad you've made the adjustment, Brenda. Tiffany, are you and your husband still cutting out alcohol? I found this has really helped my weight loss. Yes and no. So we went I personally went 6 months. I think you went about the same, right, Michael? With not a drop of alcohol. And then we decided that we wanted to kind of just reevaluate how we were going to enter it in. So we do have a cocktail here and there, but we've just really, I think a break is a really good opportunity to reevaluate how you put things in your life. And so I was doing that. With a lot of different things. Like every month I would pick one food group or one type of food, and I would eliminate it for 30 days and then reevaluate whether it was worth keeping in or if I did better taking it out. Alcohol was that thing I did for 30 days and it ended up turning into 6 months. And we found that there were just certain aspects of it that we did miss. And it wasn't, I think when alcohol is used in a way that benefits you and doesn't deter you and you don't feel bad about it and you don't feel bad in the morning and all those kind of things. It can be something that you can have in, you just got to be able to control it. So we brought it back in, we're just controlling it. We ebb and flow always. So sometimes we'll go like we don't have a drink for a while, and then other times we have a drink or two a week. So it all just kind of depends on what we have going on in our life and whatever. But I personally have just reevaluated it and only let it in when I feel like I can handle it. So I hope that answers that. But yeah, you will always notice a significant change if you cut it out completely, because again, alcohol is like potato chips. It's just the extra for sure. Lori, I have to do extremely low carbs or no weight drops off. Yes, so Lori, that's a great thing to mention as well. You have to understand your own body chemistry to understand how your body is going to break down and utilize or store nutrition that you put in it. So some people do really well on a high fat, very, very low carbohydrate type of lifestyle. I do everything moderately, so we put lots of fat in. I'm very moderate to very low protein, and I love my vegetables. So I tend to be a lot higher on the carbohydrate intake, but what I do in my fitness life always seems to balance me back out. So you have to do your work on that too to find out what works for you. And then Andrea, muscle is like another organ, suggests you ladies vary it with your fat, protein, macronutrient ratios. With age, this muscle is so precious and protects our bones. When we lose it, it's harder to add. Yeah, so you want to make sure your fat is high, but you don't want to over protein. So adding more protein in doesn't mean that you're going to have more muscle. If you want more muscle, you got to use your muscles. So be very careful about over proteining. There's a lot of information out there that says that having too much protein in our body that's not utilized is not a good thing for us, and it can be very hazardous to our health. And so as we age, the less we tend to utilize our body, the more that protein backed up can be problematic for us. So don't worry about over protein. Just make sure that you're getting the right amount for you, and you can do that through plants as well. So don't fear eating plants that you're not going to get enough protein. You'll get enough for sure. So do your research on that one for sure. If you're watching the docuseries that I suggested in my email that I sent out on Sunday, it's called Down to Earth. There's an entire episode that is shot in Italy. And during the Italy episode, they talk specifically about protein and how we are a society that does over protein, and that they're finding that is becoming very problematic to us, especially as we age. So make sure that you are doing your research on that kind of things and just make informed decisions for you. But eating more protein doesn't make muscles. Moving your body and utilizing your body during daily activities or through an exercise program is really what we need to do to restore our muscle. And oftentimes we think that because we're getting old, we're losing our muscle tone, but oftentimes what happens is that we're we're just using our body in different ways. So consider that as well. So with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. It's at our 30-minute mark. If you are considering implementing something like intermittent fasting into your lifestyle, I personally think now is the perfect time. It will simplify your life. It will allow you the opportunity to heal your body from the inside out. It will help save you money, and it will give you that confidence that you need to have going into maybe a tough season coming up this winter, where you know how to take care of your body, and you'll do that through time and consistency of making good choices for yourself. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you guys back here on Monday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to DM me or send me an email. If you want to see what I do in my everyday life, Instagram is where I share that. Just follow me on Instagram at fortoday'sagingwoman.com, and you can check out my stories, and you can get a little glimpse on how it is that I fast long, feast well, and train smart. Have a good day, you guys.